Hello, listeners. My name is Ian Outkirk, and I'm a training facilitator in management as well as customer care. In this lesson, we will be looking at performance perfection in strategic and performance management. Now that you have discovered where the gaps in performance lie, you have to start working to bring underperformance areas and new areas of operation to high levels of performance. Therefore, one of three things have to be done immediately. The first is to determine at what position the company is presently at regarding um, specific operational areas. This can be done through institutional appraisal and customer surveys. Secondly, you have to determine your new goals. In other words, where do you want the company to go? The strategic team needs to determine whether existing products or services are adequate or need improvement. This could mean any of the following steps: variety creation, improving, replacing, adding or complete removal of any products or services presently being produced or offered. Additionally, thought could also be given to the expansion, contraction, or overall diversification of business activities. Thirdly, the company needs to figure out how they will arrive at their new projections through the use of the best management options. This will mean the assignment of personnel to various planned tasks to make things happen. However, things will not progress rapidly if personnel assigned to specific improvement tasks do not perform at expected levels. For this reason, the process of performance management will have to be adopted and enforced. A system of training, learning, monitoring, and measuring needs to be put in place in areas of operation to ensure that there is knowledge about what is to be done and how it is to be done. A reward system for general staff could be put in place. However, managers must be made accountable as consistency of results are important. A number of goals connected with the planned vision for the new operational areas of the organization will have to be put in place. These goals will have to be measurable, credible, attainable, and mission and vision oriented with a success factor. The most important area of performance management is the results factor. A results chain or line will have to be drawn showing outputs, outcomes, and any impacts. Bear in mind that failure to improve outcomes indicate a need for change, and by monitoring results along the chain, decision making is made easier. Therefore, in setting up a results chain diagram, one needs to start with inputs at the extreme left and move to a next box labeled activities, which is followed by another box marked outputs. These boxes are also followed by two others marked outcomes and impact. In turn, at this point, the impact is evaluated and the results are noted as positive or negative. An important area in performance management is a key performance indicator, usually called a KPI. The ability to carry out a function or the achievement of some goal within a specific time is what a KPI is all about. When developing a KPI, thought has to be given to the achievement factor, which has to be measured, analyzed, and adjusted from time to time to ensure that the goal has been achieved. The next step in performance management is ensuring that results are achieved. To this end, a number of control systems will have to be instituted where unit and individual results will have to be analyzed and documented, along with corrective action and reward systems. When developing a performance improvement plan, there are some guidelines that should be borne in mind. 1. When measuring achievements, they should relate to results and not efforts. 2. Measures should be I'll read that again. Measures should be objective and observable. 3. Data must be available for measurement. 4. Agree on action plans. 5. Have regular meetings. Performance measurement is about being one step ahead of your competitor. To this end, one has to note the following. 1. Improve on customer satisfaction. 2. Research industry trends. 3. Develop the ability to move quickly and surprise your competitor. 4. Be flexible in rule application. At this point, I would like to mention 4 strategies that would be helpful in performance management involvement. 1 would be a SWOT analysis, which looks at your organization's strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Have the strategic planning team come together and decide on inputs for the 4 quadrant areas and agree on the way to forward for each. This strategy was created by Albert Humphrey. The second strategy would be the creation of a balanced scorecard, which looks at 4 measurable areas. These are financial, customer, business process, and human resource. Each one of these headlines would have specific areas to be attended. As the name implies, there must be a balance in all areas of operations. There should not be overemphasis on a particular area. This strategy was created by Robert Kaplan and David Norton. A third strategy would relate to Porter's 5 forces, which analyzes competitive forces within an industry. These forces relate to supplier power, buyer power, threat of substitution, and new entries. This strategy was created by Michael Porter. A fourth strategy concerns the blue and red ocean strategy, which looks at the opening up of new market areas instead of trying to improve on an existing product or service, especially if there are no gains in sight. This strategy was created by W. Chan Kim and Rene Mojborgin. All of these strategies are supported by diagrams. In another podcast, I would like to go into a little more detail on these diagrams. In closing this podcast, do remember that 1. Vision and core value statements contribute to an organization's sustainability, and 2. Performance must be measured in an ongoing basis in all key areas, especially objectives. Hope you looked at the 6 areas of my strategic and performance management podcasts. Keep checking for more related podcasts. Thank you.